Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this how to play video I present the N'Zoth Paladin Kobolds and Catacombs edition. So N'Zoth Control Paladin is still a viable deck. I have actually had a lot of fun playing this deck and it has been surprisingly strong. I've also tried other variants of Control Paladin. You can check out my previous video which was on Aggro Control Paladin, another fun variant, slightly less powerful than this one but still viable. Then I also tried to make a regular Control Paladin work without N'Zoth package or anything like that, but I found that it just didn't have quite enough of a win condition. You need a win condition nowadays as a Control Paladin. You cannot simply outlast the opponent. So Beardo is one way to do it, but N'Zoth seems to be an even better way to go about it. What is a N'Zoth Control Paladin? It's a Control Paladin deck, so you're still a slow deck. You win by controlling the flow of the game. Aggro decks you simply outlast. Against others you need to get on the aggression at some point as well. So for the early game, one of the key cards in Kobolds and Catacombs for Control Paladin early game is Call to Arms. Ironically, because this is also a key part of Aggro Paladin. In this particular version, Call to Arms pulls Dirty Rats, Loot Hoarder, Plated Beetles, and Pyromancers. Pyromancers are a bit of a sad thing to be pulled, really. You would like to have them with the Equality combo, but you still have Consecration to use with Equality, so you're not completely out of luck even if you happen to pull your Pyromancers. All the rest are pretty great when you pull it with Call to Arms, and that Call to Arms swing turn is really something that helps you survive against aggression. The other tools in this deck to survive against aggression come in at the 3 mana slot, so there's 2 copies of the Peacekeeper, 2 Rallying Blades and 2 Stonehill Defenders. Stonehill Defender can also help you pick up some extra Tyrians, for example, which in turn is great for your N'Zoth turn. So what does N'Zoth bring back when you play this deck? The Death Rattle minions in this deck, there's 1 Loot Hoarder. I like to play only 1, because there's always the risk of fatigue, and if you play 2, then having 2 early and 2 back from N'Zoth might be a little bit too much. So only 1 of those. 2 copies of Plated Beetle, then there's Cairn, there's a Silver Vanguard, and there is Tyrion. And of course there's the possibility to pick up more Death Rattle minions from the Stonehill Defender. Cairn is a really powerful card in this deck, because there's a bunch of ways to buff it. So Cairn is very sticky, it's unlikely for that to be immediately removed. And then you have Spikerid Steeds, and you also have 2 copies of Bone Bear in this deck to buff up that Cairn. Or they can be used to buff up your hero power and stuff like that as well, so that gives you some of that mid to late game power to actually start winning games against slower decks. Right now the Silver Vanguard is probably the lowest performing card in this deck. I'm still undecided about this card. Sometimes it's good, and in this case, for example, because Paladin doesn't have a ton of card draw, and it tutors 1 of 3 very powerful minions, so it tutors either the Light Lord, the Lich King, or Tyrion. So you're also guaranteed to get either Taunt or Healing when the Vanguard dies, so there are some really good upsides to it, but of course it is a big tempo loss. And I think if you, for example, really need some kind of a tech card, then Silver Vanguard is probably a slot that you can use to put in some other tech card. For example, if Q-Block becomes really prevalent, you might want to include Harrison Jones into this deck, which would also give you card draw and a way to fight those weapons, so that's one potential substitution. The only real tech card in the current list is a single copy of Spellbreaker. Silence effects are really strong in the current meta. I sometimes even want to run 2 of them, but I really think 1 copy of Silence is very good in most decks right now, so I've included 1 also in this N'Zoth build. So in a typical game, you start by looking for your early game cards. You keep Call to Arms if you have it. Call to Arms is huge because it both gives you an early board and it thins your deck. You defend with the early stuff. Then in the mid game you get to pull these Cairn turns, Steed turns, Bone Mare turns. You get some of these 8 drops. You get to start a little bit more power on the board. And finally you have the N'Zoth to bring it all back for yet another big push. As always, I've prepared a bunch of gameplay for you, so let's go take a look at that. And remember, if you enjoy this content, then please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more. Let's go take a look at that gameplay. Let's do this kind of a halfway mulligan. And Beetle is fine. Consecration is useless against Control Warlock. It's actually a zoo. Alright, we have a game, boys. We have a game. We have an actual, real-life, legitimate game. Interesting. Let's play the Beetle. What kind of Zoolock runs Glacial Shard? High rank coin doesn't do much. I think I need to coin Call to Arms here. Let's get some minions on the board. Then I'll probably wait. There's no immediate benefit for me to hit the Bladed Beetle into the Voidwalker, because next turn I can play Consecration. If the Voidwalker is one of the minions that takes a hit on the Dirty Rat, then I sacrifice just one minion into it. I guess he's still not trading. Well, that's a smart trade on the other hand. Okay, this is still good. I keep up one of the beetles. I hit there. Then I play Consecration. So I still have a minion left. He's a bit low on cards. I can play Skelemancer into Steed from here. Yeah, it's Skelemancer. And next turn I Steed the Skelemancer. We'll see. Well, if he has Silence, then that's of course really bad for me. But we'll see. Doomguard coming up. Yeah, it's all going face. I know it's all going face. Well, if he has a Silence, it's bad for me. That becomes a 4/7. So I can't kill the Doomguard. But I can kill the Dreadlord. We'll see if he has a Silence. Okay. So I get a 2/6 and an 8/8 from this. He has to have a Silence right now. I mean, if he has Silence, he wins. If he doesn't, he is in a lot of trouble. Yeah, you still have to attack the minion with Taunt. So how do I do it from here? I mean, I won off with the Rallying Blade Consecration. It's not too much of a risk to take, I think. We're going face, boys. We're going face. Silence or bust. He can't deal 26 damage this turn. So it's only Silence. He's dead. He's even dead on board. But I still had the Consecration in case he was somehow able to clear the minions. I guess I'll hold on to Equality and Blade. I mean, Call to Arms is the best card that I can draw. I think I'll try with this. Do I rat on 2 again against Rogue? That's probably not a good strategy. I have an impression that it's not a viable strategy. Vanguard Tyrion were not the draws I was looking for. I don't think I can afford to rat here. There's just so many ways that can go wrong. He can't get the spiders out yet, so I can probably kill whatever tree drop he plays with the Rallying Blade. Next turn he could coin out the spiders. I need to equip the blade. Next turn he could also play a captain. Then I take another 4. I think it's still too early to start swinging to avoid 1 damage. Yes, the captain. Okay, this is Tempo Rogue. Well, Rat is pretty dangerous against him. Pretty dangerous to play Rat against him, that is. But I can play a Loot Horde. I'm down to 20 health, so we'll see how this goes. I had the option to hit a 1-1. I've now taken 1 extra damage. Ooh, double captain. So now I'm taking 3 extra damage because of that. I mean, he's going face. There's no way he's trading. That's a backstab. But he decided against playing it. I'm cool with that. Can I go down to 15? It's probably not a question of can I, it's just something that I have to do. Let's see what I can pick up from the defender. Tarim is not bad. Neither is Wicker Flame. I'll try with Tarim. But I kill the captain again. Okay. If he doesn't clear this up, but he does have a backstab there. So he could do something like backstab SI. But he would also like to play something like Kobold Scalebane. Okay. Okay, I don't mind the Edwin. Edwin's fine. There are many other things that I'm more worried about than the Van Cleave. He doesn't have the coin anymore, so Bone Mare is not going to come down next turn. Is it time to try to rat something? Or am I still too early? It's not an easy. This is not an easy place. I mean, Alder on the Edwin is always going to happen. I don't have mana to rat next turn together with the Tarim. So I Alder that one. I think I have to play the rat. Gives him a 5/5. Avoids a buff. I don't think I can wipe the board next turn.
My torture continues.
So far so good. Well, that's just equality consecration now, isn't it? Why, yes, it is. But I've already got rid of 1 Bone Mare. Equality consecration is so much better than Tarim. But I can still die to Leroy, some kind of Leroy shenanigans here, very easily. And I couldn't pull a Vile Spine Slayer from hand, so he can still have those. If he has Vile Spine Slayers, then that's a problem. This Leroy. Ways to die. If he has a Vile Spine Slayer, and that card has been in his hand for 4 turns now. Interior dies. I take 6. I go to 7. What do I do the following turn? I hero power Tarim. That might not even be enough. If there's no Vile Spine, I'm fine with Tyrion. Am I ever fine if I play the Vanguard? Not really, no, because all of this is always going face. I have to play the Tyrion. But he's very likely to have Wildspines there. He's almost halfway through his deck. There are 2 Wildspines in the deck. So it's quite likely that he has one in hand. And yeah, he has. So after this I have to try with the Tarim. Call to Arms doesn't do it. It has to be a Tarim play this turn. Can I go down to 5? I probably have to. I'm very likely dead. I mean, Leroy is lethal. But I have to kill that Scalebane now. But now Leroy is lethal, just alone. He doesn't even need anything else. Another Wildspine is lethal. That's one of the few cards that isn't lethal. So not playing N'Zoth yet. I can do Peacekeeper, Call to Arms. Maybe I can hit another rat. Any other options? Peacekeeper, Cairn, but it's pretty bad. It's Peacekeeper, Call to Arms. I hit another rat. That's good. And I want as little damage on Tarim as possible. So I use these to kill the Lich King. I use these to kill the Wildspine Slayer in case he finds a... I need more tempo. I need to play the other Pyromancer. So now I have 2 taunts on the board. Which means that Leroy is no longer lethal. Well, double SI7 is lethal. Oh, he has double SI7. Ah, Death Coil. Well, that was lethal all the time, so he high rolled from the Lich King. Well, sometimes that happens. Sometimes you high roll from the Lich King. I might even keep the Spellbreaker against Rogue. Do I keep Consecration? That's probably not strong enough, right? I might keep that one too. Let's see. That's a lot of 4-drops, but I am on the coin, so I can play 4-drops on 3 and 4. Except that now I also drew a 3-drop. And the cannon says boom. Alright, so he doesn't have a kill asset. I know that much now. I'm probably dropping the Loot Hoarder on 2. Talnos, which means that he's Miracle. I just dropped the Loot Hoarder here. I want the card.
This guy's toast.
That's a very tempo-based approach. Borderline strange. I think I rally and played down the SI7 agent. Why do you go all face like this? I guess he thinks I'm Aggro Paladin. Found the Kingsbane. He's looking for the enchantments for it. Spent of hand, that's good. So let's call to arms. That's a good set of minions. I like those minions. So, how many buffs does he find? I can silence the squid face if I like. I can deny that buff. Silencing the buff is probably the best use because Kingsbane is going to keep coming back. Kingsbane is going to come back so many times. Then I either have to take 4 or sacrifice 2 minions. I can take 4. He already spent a fan. Let's silence that one. I'll take 4 here. Sacrifice one of these. Then I wipe out his board. Okay. So now there's currently no board. Corridor Creeper. And the Minstrel. That's some good stuff. Steed time. Consecration time. Peacekeeper Rallying Blade time.
Amazing.
I like the Peacekeeper Rallying Blade.
Amazing.
He doesn't have a ton of big minions in that deck, right? It's mostly about the Kingsbane. I like the Peacekeeper Rallying Blade. Do I sacrifice a minion? He has another fan in the deck. There, I think I'll let that one go. And this one pushes for the face. Let's try it like this. This still gives me a reasonably strong board.
Welcome to my
I still have the Equality Consecration if I need that later. Okay, he spends an Eviscerate on that, that's good too. I don't mind that at all. Steed. He has Sap in that deck though. I think it's scared. Then I push face. Because it doesn't have healing other than the lifesteal for Kingsbane. Well, Deadly Poison for the Kingsbane can find something here. More Corridor Creepers. What if I play Equality Consecration? But I can push 7, 10 to face, 12 to face. This will both go down to 1 health. But I have 2 equalities available right now. If he has a fan, he can wipe these. And there will still be Bane. Double Consecration is not quite the same. Oh, it's Equality Consecration that I'm going for here. Then I coin out the Stonehill Defender afterwards. For a Tarim. Yeah, Tarim sounds okay. I push 7 to face. Do I hit with this one in the face? What if I draw another one? No, I've spent both Rallying Blades. I can't get another weapon next turn. So I don't have to hit him in the face with the weapon. It's okay. Fan is good here. He had the fan. Gets another spider out as well. But then he also needs a Vilespine Slayer. Had the Vilespine Slayer too. That's sweet. But he might have a sap there. So that's 4. Plus 4 is 8. That's not enough. And there's no way for me to guarantee lethal for next turn. Do I want to play the Tarim or not? Just use the Vilespine. I guess I'll try with the Tarim. Let's kill off that one. Play Tarim. And kill off the Vile Spine too. Just so if he has something that bounces it back, he can't do it. This way there's a chance that I get lethal with Steed Consecration. Because if 2 of the minions survive... But if he has lifesteal now... That's not lifesteal. Does he have another Vile Spine? No, but Righteous Protector is...
This guy's tough.
Righteous Protector is good. Down to 7, so Consecration Steed is lethal. Alright. That's good to know.
The battle.
There we go. Might keep just Peacekeeper. Did I need to keep the Pyromancer if this is Big Priest? Bone-made Dragon Scale parts. Yeah, that's the basic aggro list that you build. You put in all of that stuff. Let's see. I don't feel comfortable playing against Priest, really. I think that most of the time Priest is very, very strong right now. And it's not the types of Priest decks that I enjoy playing. I enjoyed playing the old Priest, but the new Priest is just kind of meh. So it's not a big Priest when he's running Glimmerroot, so it's Kazakus Priest. Which means that I'll just Peacekeeper that Glimmerroot to keep it from doing too much work. Next turn I play Call to Arms. We'll see if I can hit some face. Okay, I've seen this list. This is the new... Yeah, this is the new Kazakus Priest list with Fairy Dragon. I'm Called to Arms in here every time. I can't remember if the deck runs Horror. I think I have to trade here in case he runs Horror. I don't know, maybe I could have just went face. But I can't remember if there's a Horror in that. He has a Call to Arms too. It's not a Kazakus Priest because he's running double Fairy Dragons. Oh, this is interesting. Now this is actually interesting. It's a Dragon Priest. Oh. Only big spells there, right? Well, I was thinking this would be the Kazakus Priest with Fairy Dragons, because that kind of list also exists. But maybe it's not. Spiteful Summoner Priest, yeah, it could be. I think I'll consecrate my way out of this one. Let's trade away all the minions now, because I don't want damage minions around when he is running 2 no-char clerics. Hi, friendly fair. Simple agent. Time for some simple agents. I'm not quite sure about what he's running right now. Oh, the Corridor Creeper. I think it's unlikely for him to have Silence. He couldn't pick Silence from here because my Silence is already in hand. So I think I'm just going with the Steed here. Let's just go with the Steed and kill off the Draconid. Let's see, plays around Dragonfire Potion. But it could be a Spiteful Summoner list. You might be right. I don't know yet. I'd kind of want to silence that. Silence that and Rallying Blade this one down. This one goes down to 2 health. Next turn I play the Lich King. Is that a play? I guess that's a play.
Your magic shall not save you.
Kill the corridor creeper with the rallying blade and shoot that one with the rat. Now I have 2 4-attack minions on the board. But it could be that he just has minions and then the big spells. There's still some good cards left in my deck. So I got Call to Arms the first time. No, actually he still has 2 cards from my deck left. Okay, that's not a big deal. Unless he has something like a Potion of Madness, so I have to sacrifice this one. He doesn't have Potion of Madness in hand. Maybe I need to sacrifice this one off now. I'm not sure who is the aggressor. I'm not sure now what his deck is like. But he's running Corridor Creepers, so I guess he's pretty aggressive. By the way, 23-26 Frankfurt. I don't know what that means. I do know that I'm playing the Lich King on the board this turn. And I think I'm trading away the rat. Let's trade everything. So now he needs Shadow Word Death to deal with the Lich King. If he simply has a Dragonfire Potion, it's not enough.
What's this one do?
Oh, that's the mind control now. Free from Amber. Phew. And then there's a mind control. Alright, now I realize a little bit better what's going on. I can use Rallying Blade to make the trade. Call to Arms pulls both Pyromancers and a Loot Hoarder now. That's a bit annoying. Alright, so he has... yeah, the only spells are Mind Controls. Mind Controls and those Free from Embers. I kill off that one. I kill off that one. And I play the... he can't Mind Control yet. I play the Cairn. Oh, Anti-Magic Shell. That's a big deal. Assuming he doesn't have another Archivist.
Is someone injured?
That's pretty good though. This is going to be an Anti-Magic Shell turn. Stonehill Defender, Plated Beetle, Anti-Magic Shell. And then we strike down the Obsidian Statue. I got more Stonehill Defenders from this one, right? Or is Crime Street Protect? No, more Stonehill Defenders. The Plated Beetle. And the Anti-Magic Shell so that he can't Mind Control anything. Because he likes to Mind Control stuff. Let's see what I lose. That one, alright. Kill off this one. Hit face. So now he can't Mind Control any of these. That's the idea here. Not letting him use Mind Control. Yeah, you can't target any of them.
Meddlesome insects.
Still has some ways to go about it. He can Mind Control Tyrion. I can't play Tyrion. Not right now, because he has been holding on to these cards for 10 turns. I can't play high value targets to be Mind Controlled. That's the problem. So I have 13 damage here. Not quite enough to kill him. Need to play a Stonehill Defender here. Wicker Flame's also not that bad for Mind Control. I obliterate that one. I guess I trade away these guys. try this. Now he can mind control Wicker Flame, but it's still just 2 mind controls. I just have to wait it out. Those cards have been in his hand for such a long time. I have 8, 9, 10 damage. I have 14 damage. I'm 1 off. Feels bad, man. Do I obliterate this and take 7? Then I bone mare the cairn, because he could mind control the Wicker Flame. Take 9. I got on to pretty low health level. Let's do it. All of these guys are hitting face. I'm still at 10 and he's at 1. So does he have an answer? Come back from 1. Mind control is not the answer. Here's a real fun factor. I had Alarmobot. Okay, Alarmobot's pretty sweet. Oh, he can find... Well, he doesn't have mana to play most of the things he can find. 2 cheap taunts. Didn't pull Tyrion. But he's still dead. Almost every game. Okay, it's probably an Aggro Paladin, but I have Cold Tombs and I have Pyro Equality. So this should be enough. I have to assume it's Aggro Paladin. We still have a great win record tonight. 9 wins, 4 losses. That's simply stunning. That's amazingly good. I didn't want to rat yet because maybe he is something like a N'Zoth Paladin, and then I rat to Tyrion there. Then I feel bad. He might even be. Rallying Blade is running both, but he should have run some small minions here. Feel the love. Thanks, Matsuki. That was a good draw. I don't know what kind of deck he's playing yet. I think I want the Grime Street Protector. It can help against some kind of equality clears too. This might actually be a Control Paladin. Okay, that's so not a Control Paladin. Is there going to be a Stegadon coming next turn? Whatever it is, I guess Call to Arms is the play here. And start dealing with this one by one. Okay, so this, I mean, Lost in the Jungle. It's definitely some kind of mid-range build. I'm 1 mana off of making all of my plays. And I'm not sure I want to rat either. This feels bad. Was the Grime Street Protector pick wrong? Hard to say. What if I just play Equality and kill this? Then I don't have a board clear for any of the remaining plays he has. I guess it's time to play the rat. Now Equality to kill those both. I'm not sure if this was correct. It probably wasn't, because now I no longer have the Pyromancer Equality clear. But I got rid of Blessing of Kings and I got rid of Corridor Creeper, which is one of the big plays that he can do. Oh, that's annoying because now he can wipe the board. But I do have Cairn, so it's not all bad. And this Maul is one of the most dangerous things there is in that deck, so I'm pretty happy that he was forced to use it on a single minion.
Speak your peace.
So he wants to go face. I see, I see. So I guess this is a good time to play the Grime Street Protector then. Let's play the Grime Street Protector. I think I'm playing the Grime Street, but I'm popping that Divine Shield now. Both Blessings of Kings have been spent. I really should have this, even though my equality play might not have been optimal. That Valander can change things if I can't find my silence. Now I would really want to find a silence. Does he have a silence? Can I just steed the cairn? He might have a silence. Silence on a steeded cairn would be really, really bad. So maybe I'll just go with the Bone Mare instead. Do I punch 8 to his face? Put him down to 11. And what is he going to do if he wants to kill this? He might still have a bunch of options. I think I'm hitting him in the face. So now he needs taunt minions. Or he needs the silence. Silence is good. Silence is really good. He got a taunt minion. He still needs to hit it with his face if he wants to kill that. Oh, that's so dangerous. Okay, he's dead. That's great. I killed him with the top deck card. I could have killed him with Pyromancer's Steed too. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.